My stroke happened 7.5 years ago on an aeroplane, and I woke up in a hospital in, it's not St George's, it probably is St George's, and I could only say about 3 or 4 words, and the one that came out most frequently was friend, which is quite a nice word. Freedom was another one that came out, but they were random words,
Yes.
and I couldn't. I thought I was speaking perfectly well. When my son came to see me, and I was saying his name, but it wasn't. It was somebody else's name. Just another friend word came out. So it was. I thought I was okay, but I soon realised that that I wasn't. So probably I'm at 10 days into that. I thought I was. It was really disappointing. It was quite scary. It was just a frustrating word. It was everything, all those things. And I just found that I was a communicator through my life, and it was probably the lowest point that I couldn't ever speak again. I know I was improving, but it was incredibly slow. Incredibly slow. I have improved a lot, and there were real just a couple of sentences, and then it got progressively more and more and more throughout the year. Eventually, I could look it together and think, oh, actually, yeah, I have improved quite a lot, but it was very, very slow. And when I see people who they haven't seen you for a year, wow, what a huge difference. But for me, it felt incredibly slow. So I generally don't have to think about speech, but particularly years 1 and 2, I had to think massively about, okay, what am I going to say? I'm going to say this quite a sentence, by which time it's generally gone. So and then it gets more and more frustrating, and people, I've got something to say, and people are going, wait, and no, it's gone. But nowadays, I can generally speak okay. Apart from this kind of environment, when it's a normal, I generally feel probably 85, 90%, and occasionally something will happen. One particular word will just stop, and it's weird, and it just stops completely. And I've got different coping mechanisms to be able to, okay, we'll talk about something different, or I can just got a different word for it. Generally, throughout the whole experience of having the stroke, it was a lot worse for my family and for my wife. Because for me, it was just another day. And I wanted to get better, but it was kind of out of my hands. Whereas she was living it every day. There was a guy from the Stroke Association called Gary, and he was talking normally, and he got a job in the Stroke Association, and I thought, oh, you don't understand, because it was a lot. Obviously, my stroke was a lot worse than it probably wasn't, but it felt really unfair at that time, and that was probably about 6 months in. I would have loved to have known that it's almost like, well, it's likely that it will get better. And that would have been really good for me. And for my wife as well. The pictures from my brain when I had the stroke. I don't. Maybe I didn't understand or ask for those questions. I don't know. Actually, a probability would have been great if it had been, a 90% or a 95% or even a 65%, because I was suddenly of the positive looking forward. Actually, I'm probably going to get better. Probably. Where the odds are in my favour.